Hey everyone, welcome to another hunt video. Today we're going to be fighting Silver Rathalos, so let's get on with it. And here he is, Silver Rathalos. Look how big he is, his legs are massive. Now, so Silver Rathalos, he is, as you can see, a Silver Normal Rathalos. So Silver Rathalos is considered a rare species, just like Gold Rathian last episode. The Silver Rathalos, Gold Rathian both are rare species of their original form, so Rathian Rathalos. They're both quite strong. Silver Rathalos is much stronger in my opinion. I do struggle a lot with Silver Rathalos and Rathaloses in general though, so it could just be a personal issue. But Rathalos will fly a lot, and Silver Rathalos flies like crazy, just constantly, just as you guys would know if you fought a normal Rathalos before. So Silver Rathalos has been in pretty much every single game. He is a first gen monster though, and the mainline Monster Hunter games he's been in is, Freedom Unite, Portable Third, 3 Ultimate, 4 Ultimate, Generations Ultimate, Iceborne, Sunbreak, etc. Probably will be in Wilds as well. And he's just generally a strong monster. Now, in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, he is a little, he's not quite as bad as some of the future games. I mean, he's still a pain, don't get me wrong, but there's a few things that he's just not as fleshed out as, because in the future games they do a little bit more to him, they add some extra things and make him a bit more of a pain. So in this game it's not horrible, but it's still definitely not a pleasant experience, and that is one of the moves you want to look out for the most, the poison move. It is an absolute pain in the butt to deal with, because obviously you're going to get poisoned, and in this game it's quite telegraphed. He does does quite a few moves, and he'll only do it when he's already in the air. So just if he flies up, watch him, because if you don't watch him you're probably going to get hit. In some future games his move is a little bit different, he'll move his body a little bit differently, so the tail takes a minute to learn again. And you can break his head, his wings, and you can cut his tail off and all that. So it's just the standard, basically whatever you can cut and break off on normal Rathalos, you can do the same with Silver. But as I always say, you want to try and cut the tail off if you can, if you got a weapon that can cut tails off, of course. Oh, here we go, that's the poison attack, Superman that. But yeah, it's always good to get the tail off, because then they'll have less range. But yeah, so Silver Rathalos, this is only an Occult one, so this one will be relatively easy. Well, not easy, but it will have lower health. When you do a G rank one, they're very strong. I struggled quite a bit with it. Honestly, I struggled quite a bit with Silver Rathalos because we had Rathalos in general, because it flies so often. And yes, I do have flash bombs, so if you are going to go fight one, probably bring flash bombs. The hitbox for flash bombs in this game is pretty bad, I've noticed. You'll throw them, but the monster won't get affected by it quite often, I'll be honest. But still bring them, just because Silver Rathalos does fly a lot. As you've already seen, he's been flying a lot in this quest. Let's see if we can get him down before he comes down. There we go. It's always good when you do that, because you get extra few hits in. Just watch out when they're confused, because they do this idle animation, but then they'll often do an attack right after, and then they go into idle and then attack and then idle and then attack. So just watch the pattern. If he's about to finish the idle, maybe move away, so then if he doesn't attack, it's not going to really hit you. But other than that, it's not. Oh my god, this chip damage is crazy. I just want to try and get this tail off, as I was saying, so then he has less range. But I've taken about half health damage just from the chip damage. And Silver Rathalos, of course, uses fire as his main element, and of course he has poison as well, as we saw earlier. So when you fight Silver Rathalos, if you're going to use an elemental weapon, use either thunder or water. He's weak equally to both. I believe it's a -5 to both. So you can use, I'm using raw right now, but you can use both. If you are going to use element, use water or thunder, because those two will do the most damage to him, because he's weakest to them. And in the Monster Hunter 20th anniversary voting, Silver Rathalos came 74th, so it's actually quite popular, quite up there. I'm guessing because it's a normal Rathalos, just silver. Oftentimes, Rathalos is obviously a very popular monster. I struggle with him a lot, but anyway, he's a very popular monster, so people are probably inclined to vote for any form of Rathalos, pretty much. Now, personally... Oh, poison again. Now, personally, I've mentioned it a couple times, I have a lot of issues with Silver Rathalos. You might think this quest is going smoothly right now, and honestly, it is. It's going a lot better than any other Silver Rathalos I've fought. Honestly, it's mainly because this is an Occult Silver Rathalos. And Occult quests aren't all that hard. The monsters have a lot lower health. They're not incredibly hard. But put me in, actually even this area makes it a bit easier as well, but put me with a Silver Rathalos, a G rank Silver Rathalos in a normal map, I'm going to have issues. and then put it portable third or above, I'm going to have even more issues. I did a Silver Rathalos episode earlier this week in portable third, and I struggled so much. I almost failed on time. You guys can go watch that if you want to. It was very crazy. And for anyone that has played Monster Hunter World or Iceborne and you fought Silver Rathalos in there and you're watching this and you're kind of wondering what's the difference between normal Silver Rathalos in Freedom Unite and in, or like old gen and World. Well, one of the biggest immediate things is that Silver Rathalos in these older generations doesn't have that blue effect. I believe it's called the incandescent state. It's like, you know, where he goes all blue, can do those massive fireballs with like the big explosions and stuff. That doesn't exist yet. That was only added, I believe, in Monster Hunter World. I might be incorrect on that. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't fought him in 3 Ultimate or 4 Ultimate, or even GU, I don't think. So I'm not too certain if he has that in there. But that's like one of the biggest differences. And of course, like, you know, just general old game to new game differences. There's quite a few of those. But as you can also see, his carapace or scales or whatever you want to call it are quite dull in this game. So like, he is Silver Rathalos, but if you actually look at him, he's just kind of like more like grey with white highlight to Rathalos. That's mainly just because they didn't have the ability to do like metallic, as far as I'm aware, they didn't have the ability to do metallic textures in this game. Because obviously this came out on the PSP back in like, what? Oh my god, that was very close to getting hit. When did this game come out? I can't remember when it came out. I first played it late 2009, 2010. So like, they just didn't have the ability, and the PSP probably didn't have the processing power to actually be able to process shiny metallic textures. So that's why he's very dull in this game. And just like normal Rathalos, he's quite thin. Obviously, like 3rd gen onwards, Rathalos gets quite plump. In this game, he is a very thin, almost sickly thin looking dragon. Like, his neck is very thin and long, his legs are very big, and just like his proportions are very strange in this generation, like 1st and 2nd generation, when you compare it to 3rd generation onwards. And just like any other monster, when he's near dead, you'll be able to tell by limping. He doesn't, as far as I'm aware, he doesn't have any other tells. Like, you know how some monsters have a secondary tell, as opposed to like just limping. Oh god, sometimes, like, you know, with Kishō-shu, how it stands still and you know it's near dead there. With Silver Rathalos, I believe it's only limping, so that's going to be your only tell. So if it's not limping, you're not really going to know if it's near. Because, like, you know, I've had it multiple times where you're fighting a monster, and then, like, you know, you're just like, oh god, how much longer is this quest going to take? And then you do a hit and it's just suddenly dead. You're just like, oh wow, okay, that was quick. I've actually had a pretty good job getting the flash bombs to work this time. It's just, with this generation, you have to be really, really, like, you have to get it directly in front of his head, I've noticed. Because I fought them, well, in Portable Third, but also in this, like, I would use flash bombs, and I would have so many issues, I would miss all of them. So if you guys are bringing flash bombs to fight him, which you should, definitely bring some. But if you're bringing some, make sure you throw them directly in front of his head, as close as you can get. Like, not below him, not behind him, just in front of him, directly in front of his, like, vision. Because if not, there's a higher chance it's probably gonna miss. Ironically, I'm having an easier time fighting this Silver Rathalos than I did last episode's Gold Rathian. I don't know why. I usually struggle a lot with Silver Rathalos, so I don't know what's happening, guys, but I can guarantee you he's not as easy as this might be looking. And as you can see, so far I think we've broken everything, because we've broken his head, we've broken his wings, we've cut his tail off. I don't know if you can break his back, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I might be incorrect on that though, but yeah, so I think we've broken pretty much everything. And I think I know why this guy's been actually a bit easier, because I've actually managed to get all the flash bombs to work. I've used them all up now. So he had a lot of idle animations, so I've had a good chance to attack him. So definitely bring your flash bombs. Just make sure you're throwing them correctly, and not like how I usually throw them. And there we go, Silver Rathalos down. So that actually really wasn't too bad. So that really shows you guys you need to bring your flash bombs. Make sure not to waste them like I always do. So yeah, 100% bring flash bombs, but be prepared. Also, don't forget to bring antidotes, because he does poison you. And he can be very, very annoying. As I said, this was only a Nakot one, so this was a lot easier than a G rank one. And there we go, guys, another hunt video down. So that one actually went quite well, a lot better than I was expecting. I was really expecting this to be a very hard quest, but no, it wasn't too bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to join the channel as a member, you can. I'll show up on screen now the members we have. Thank you all very much. And yeah, next episode I might be going on to Elders. I'm not too sure yet. I guess I'll figure it out next week when I record it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you then. Bye.